guys, it's Tessa. So this video is just something I've been wanting to do for a little bit. Work is a little crazy right now, so I'm trying to give myself like a small maintenance level type of project to work on, or low maintenance projects to work on, and I think the perfect thing for that is going to be making beanies. So this week my goal is just to see how many knit or crochet beanies I can complete in 1 week. Over 7 days, what can I do? I have made one version of this fox beanie. Let me show you. This is the fox beanie I've made, or the fox ear beanie. It's just like a cat ear beanie, just in fox colors. However, I want to make a slight modification to it, where the front section will also have little white pieces in it. So it looks like the front of the ears, and then the back of the ears will be black still. Ignore how long my bangs are, they should be getting trimmed relatively soon. But here we go. You'll see these ears sit perfectly, honestly. They're so perfect, they're so cute. Basically my plan though is on this front side to put some white in here so it looks like, again, the front and the back of the ears. So that'll be my version 2 I make. I'm also working on a pattern for that one as well. I have, I think, 4 knit beanies I want to make or have been wanting to make. One of those being using the last of the green Juicy Couture yarn. I think it's in like super greens. I want to make that into a beanie and I want to do it right. I also have some yarn that I know I'm not going to use anytime soon and haven't been using, so I might as well make that into a beanie as well. And then I want to work on a couple more crochet beanies that are going to be the cat ear style. I don't know if they're going to be the blanket yarn in this cubby here, or if they'll just be different like animal ear styles or something, kind of like the fox beanie. That's kind of where I'm at. Main game plan, main goal, make a bunch of beanies this week, because why not? And I think my minimum goal is going to be 4 beanies. I know it's a low number, but again, I'm looking for low maintenance projects right now, just so that I don't have to put a lot of mental effort into them. I have a bunch of stuff happening at work right now that's been taking up a lot of my time. It's very mentally taxing sometimes, and last week was very mentally taxing for other reasons as well. However, most of that has been sorted out other than the new tasks I've taken on at work. So low maintenance for this week, because this week I should be able to finalize and really figure out all those new tasks and make them all nice and easy for myself. But let's get into it. I think the first beanie I'm going to make is using my brand new 8mm circulars. These have one of those, I don't know actually what it's called, but it's those cables that don't have memory, so even if I squish them down like this, like I can't really permanently dent them. Like, yeah, it curves them, but they still work exactly the same. No cuts, no tears, no real wear on the actual cabling. But I'm gonna use my 8mm cables, and I think I'm gonna start. Let's start with the Juicy Couture beanie. Let's get that one out of the way because I'm really worried it's not gonna work out. But I have plans. So let's get that one, cast it on, and we'll check back in. Okay, so ignore how insane my hair looks right now. My bangs are annoying me, so I quickly made this little hair wrap so that they could stop annoying the crap out of me. Anyway, I have casted on the Juicy Couture yarn. I only have this much of it, which really is not a lot. So I think my plan is to get to 8 inches. See how much we have left, because what might have to happen is this just can't be a folded brim beanie. It might just be a single fold? I don't know what it's called actually when you don't have like the ability to fold the brim up. Anyway, plan is that my decreasing takes about 2 inches. Usually I knit to 10 inches, then do my decreasing, kind of totaling it out around 11 to 12-ish. But I think my plan is to hit between 7 and 8 inches, see how much of the Juicy Couture we have left, and then from there, deciding on whether or not I'm doing the decreasing. It's 10 p.m. currently, it's 10:30 currently. I'm gonna knit a couple rows of this beanie, and then tomorrow I will check in and we'll kind of see where I'm at with this beanie, and hopefully I can get it done. Okay, so I'm checking again. This is how much we have on the beanie so far. And I only have about this much of the velvet left. I really don't think it's gonna be enough. I ended up last night deciding to frog all the progress I did make and then switching to my slightly smaller size. I've done this with a couple different beanies, but instead of casting on 56 stitches, I just cast on 48 instead. This yarn has enough of a stretch to it that I think it won't really matter too much. And I know it looks like to you guys that I have been sitting here this whole time and nothing has changed and I've made very little progress. However, my husband and I today went out on a little date night like we usually do on the weekend, and we ended up going to my local yarn store. I call it the fancy yarn store because it's obviously better than like Joann's and Michael's, with their yarn selections and their notion selections. And I figured I would show you guys just a little bit of what I got. So to begin with, I needed to get this because I think it'll help me be able to wear the Forest Plains cardigan I made like 6 months ago. I bought some wool wash. I don't know how to focus. Because I'm hoping it'll make it a little bit easier or make the alpaca a little bit smoother. When I blocked this initially, all I did was wet it. I let it sit in the tub for like 20 minutes and then block it. I didn't put any wool wash or anything in it. And I've heard that wool wash can sometimes help with like the scratchiness or like the first bit of wear on it. I also only got a little thing because initially I was only going to get a little thing because I thought the only scent they had was lavender, and I just can't do a lot of lavender scented things for some reason, like candles, detergent, cleaner that smells like lavender. It makes me feel really sick. So I got the eucalyptus one because honestly I love eucalyptus. Didn't realize I had it until I grabbed it. And then also in the notion section, I needed to get some stitch stoppers because some of those future projects I have coming up for my dream knit wardrobe require a lot of knitting, and I don't do a lot of knitting. I'm really trying to get more into knitting. So I bought these stoppers. They're like a I don't know how to explain it. They're like foam or like earplug texture. And honestly, I really like them. They're made from a pliable EVA foam. So you can slide them all the way down your needle if you'd like to like stop it at a certain point. But I thought these would be really good to get, especially for one of the next projects that I'm so beyond excited for, that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it in a couple different videos because I know I'm gonna be Yap City in that entire video. And then the third thing I got was some more stitch markers. I can always use more and I'm always running out of them. So this one is the colorful version. Let's see if I can show you what I'm pouring out. So it's just rainbow. Specifically, these markers are like the little light bulb shape. So that's that. I figured I would get these over like normal knitting markers because I use stitch markers mostly in crocheting, to be honest. And so I wanted to make sure I could still remove them easily and have them secure properly. And then finally, probably my favorite thing I got on this trip, when I wasn't supposed to buy anything, and the only reason why we went to the yarn store is so my husband had options, or had a good idea of options of yarn to get for my birthday. It's something he's done the last couple years, but let me just say, best yarn ever. This is the Malabrigo glitter, or 048 glitter colorway. It's not reading the best on camera right now, but it's like this dark orange colorway with like shades of like brown in it. Oh my god, I love Malabrigo. I love Malabrigo so much, but I also do not have a $17.50 skein budget for Malabrigo. So I only bought one skein. I could have bought two. I figured if I wanted to be smart, I'd buy one. And then I think I'm gonna try to make a new, but yeah, so I think with this yarn, I'm gonna make a new pair of fingerless mitts. It is still freezing here, so my little fingies can't handle the cold weather. So I'm gonna make a new pair of fingerless mitts, I think. These Malabrigo Rios come with about 210 yards. And it's 100 grams though, so I'm hoping that maybe I'll make the maze mitts again, or I'll make a different version of the maze mitts, just so that I can have this pretty yarn in a pair of mitts or something. But that is everything I bought from the yarn store. I'm going to keep working on this beanie. Like I said, I ended up switching to a 48 instead of a 56 stitch count to hopefully compensate for the lack of yarn. Alright, so I started beanie number 2 last night. This is using, I believe, Impeccable by Michaels. Here from a, a slightly different angle. But I've gotten probably a third of the way through it. We're playing another game of Yarn Chicken though. I have much more of one of the two skeins than I do of the second skein. I don't know what I used it for. I cannot remember a single project I've used this yarn for. So that's fun. I'm going to keep working on this today and hopefully get it finished. Today was kind of a busy day for work, but I'm feeling kind of okay regarding it overall. Also, this lighting in this spot is terrible. But yeah, so I'm going to keep working on this beanie. I finished beanie number 2 last night, and I haven't even started beanie number 3 today. It's been a very long day, just as is. But I think I'm finally going to get to making the fox ear beanie with the white on the front side, or the like white section on the front part of the triangles. And I'm going to try to get through that guide tonight if I can, or at least get most of the way through it, and go from there. Okay, so it's the next day. I ended up having really bad migraine symptoms last night, so I couldn't really crochet or knit. I ended up going to bed at like 8:30. It was really bad. However, I did get through about just under half of the front panel for the new fox ear pattern. And my goal is to finish this one today, and then I think I'm going to start another knit beanie instead. I think I'm just really enjoying knitting recently, so I kind of want to keep that groove up. I will check in once I have this full front panel done. I have the first half done. This is just a continuous pattern that works in a circle. So the next step is just going to be using this gray color in the white space as well to make the second half. My ends aren't too bad. There's a little bit of this like chain here, but I can easily just cut that and weave them pretty easily. I really like it the way it looks with the white section, but once I finish this one I'll show you both of them. So one with the white section, the one without, and just let me know which one you guys like more, or which one you think looks better. But I'm gonna get to the rest of this and we'll check in again afterwards. I finished this one. I have to weave in some of the ends still, but here is what here's what it looks like on. My bangs are way too long. And here's what it looks like on. I'm thinking of maybe doing either an extra row on the white, just so it doesn't look so funny, or leaving it as is. I'm not 100% sure. But here's what the original one looks like as well, for reference. Done with the same amount of rows and everything, just done with fully black ears versus the white center. Let me know which one of these you guys like better. I'm kind of conflicted. I think also if I used black instead of gray it would look a little better, but I don't think that's really the problem. I think the problem is that the white looks a little small, but that could just be me, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know which one you guys like. So again, there's a closer version of this detail here, and then just the black. I'm on beanie number 4. I'm a little bit through it already. This one's definitely going to take longer to make than the other two because the yarn's slightly smaller or slightly thinner. So it's just going to take a little bit more time, or a couple more rows to get through it. I'm thinking for this 5th beanie, I have some of the Big Twist Posh, I think is what it is. Yeah, it's Posh. And I have this light pink color and I have some black left, so maybe I'll do like a half pink, half black beanie, crocheted beanie. I think that would look really cute. But that's just kind of where I'm at right now. My goal again, just to get through this one. I have a decent amount of it done already, to be completely honest, and it's actually looking way cuter than I thought it would. The two colors I'm using are Showtime in the Roll With It, and then also the color Vintage Carousel in Ferris Wheel by Lion Brand. So that's fun. They actually are working out pretty nicely together. I'm kind of loving the colors distribution, honestly. It looks like I'm just holding 2 strands of the Showtime. But yeah, goal is get this guy done, go from there. Ignore how insane my bangs look at the moment. But it's nighttime. It's 8:30. It's my bedtime. But I want to check in. I'm still working on this beanie. It is now Friday. I did practically no work on this beanie yesterday, and I didn't want to because I got juked by the mailman. He was supposed to bring my yarn on yesterday. He was supposed to bring my yarn yesterday, and he didn't. And we're mad at the mailman. But they did bring it today. So, you'll see it in a few videos, but the yarn I got was, Drops Flora and Drops Kid Silk. You'll find out very soon what that project is for, and it'll be amazing. You'll be able to know because I look the same, because I just filmed the piece for that. But anyway, I'm finishing this beanie tonight, and then tomorrow I'm getting started and hopefully finishing that pink and black beanie I was telling you about. You can see the colors now, actually. They're that pink color, and then right below it's the black. So I'm gonna make another cat ear beanie of that, and then I will be done. Work was insane this week, again, because of course it was. But it's finally leveling out, luckily. And I have all of my stuff, all my ducks in an order now. Or ducks in order? I don't know the phrase. I have all my ducks in a row now. So it should be a little bit easier. But I guess 5 beanies was a good guess. I'm going to try to get through another one tomorrow if I can. Just so I can be like, I did 6 instead of 5. It doesn't really matter though. For that new project I just got the yarn for, I'm so excited for it. I've started it. I'm working on it. But I'm purposely trying to slow myself down on it. Anyway, I think my goal, once all of these beanies are done, is to get these beanies and a bunch of other products that I've had made for a while listed on my site, which will probably be a Sunday Me's workload. Is just doing all of that. But that is it for right now. I will check in when this beanie is done tonight. I finally finished it. I think it looks so cute with all the different colors and tones. I think it's adorable, honestly. I think it's so cute. I might make more specifically in this colorway because it's so random. I really like the way it kind of executed itself. I am surprised at the amount of yarn I have left of each of these. I thought it would take way more. Oh my gosh. I thought it would take way more yarn. So I don't know what to do now. I was gonna add these labels to my bag once I finish them, but they're not done yet. So I'll probably put these aside for a couple more projects, at least for now. But yeah, that one's done now. I don't think I'm gonna get started on the pink and black one tonight, just because I'm very tired and it's 9 p.m. It's my bedtime. I need to go to bed. So that'll be one of my project goals for tomorrow. Ignore my hair being wet. I just got out of the shower, but I'm starting the next beanie. The only thing I'm kind of worrying about, because I didn't really think about it, is since I'm using a 6mm hook, I'm basically just mimicking the same pattern as the fox ear one, is like overall structural integrity. I don't think it'll really matter here, but really what I mean is this yarn's really floppy and flowy, and so I just worry about when it's all pinned up and ready to go if it's gonna be able to hold the shape, but I guess that's something we're gonna kind of find out. So I'm cruising along on this. I need to do 28 rows of this if I remember correctly. I need to do 22 rows of the pink and then 22 rows of the black, and then I'll be ready to go. So I'm just gonna cruise along on this while my hair keeps drying. And I'm so excited once I finish this beanie. I'll kind of figure out what time it is. It's already 3 today, so I don't know if I'll have enough time to get another one done, but I'll kind of figure that out once this guy's done. So I finished the final beanie. Did a half pink, half black one like I said. Honestly, I really like the way this yarn beanied. I don't know, it feels nice and cozy, but it's not super dense either. My bangs are a little long, so I can't really see with them, but let's center it maybe. There we go, that's a little better. But it holds the shape pretty well. I think it looks pretty cute. It's definitely one of the longer ones, so the brim can actually be folded up a bit. The second to last beanie we made, or the 4th one in the list, is this guy. Oh, once again, hair can't see. And this one looks pretty cute too. I think it turned out really nice. I think I'm planning on making a couple more using this yarn as well, because I honestly really like the way that like colors shift and how they sit with each other. Beanie 3 was the second version of the fox beanie, which again, honestly, I think this one's perfect. I think the only thing I would do differently is use black instead of gray here. I'm just really low on black right now, so I wanted to just see it before committing. But let me know if you like the gray, or if you think black would look better. Beanie's really cute once again. Ears sit really nicely. The second beanie we worked on is using this blue speckle yarn that I've had for like 3 years, I think, at this point. But again, turned out pretty nice overall. I think it looks really cute. I still have a decent amount of this yarn left too, so maybe I'll hold it double with like a solid blue or another stripy blue. And then finally, we have that first beanie I worked on, and the one that I've been trying to work on for forever. And this is the Juicy Couture Velvet in Sparkly Super Greens, I believe. It's been a hot minute since I've read the label or have the label. That's what this one looks like. I think this one also looks pretty cute. I will say for this one, because it is the velvet yarn, it's a little more slippery. So if I do ever use it, or whoever ends up buying it, I'm going to recommend that they use some bobby pins to secure it just in case. Or if they don't mind it being a little more slippery, that should be fine as well. It is currently almost 8 p.m. and I think I'm done on beanies for the week. I'm losing my mind a little bit working on these. I procrastinated the pink and black one for way too long. These are the beanies we finished. I should have all of these listed on my site by the time this video goes up, so feel free to check them out and see if there's any others that you might be interested in. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!